Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, my friends. It is Star Trek Lower Decks Day, and what are we watching? We're watching Season 3, Episode 9, Trusted Sources. I can't believe we're almost through Season 3, this being the penultimate episode, and then Season 4, and I'm caught up. I've lived on the Cerritos for many months, my friends, and I am not ready to go, so... But that's then and this is now. Now it's time to enjoy each adventure that we have with this crew as they come and not think about the future, because even in Star Trek Lower Decks, the future is not guaranteed. So my friends, before we get any farther, if you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. You'll be alerted next time we go live with Star Trek Lower Decks, or the original series, or The Expanse, or any of our sci-fi offerings. And of course, if you'd like all of those early or in their full-length format, the link to the Patreon is in the description. Don't like Patreon? Join us at YouTube and you'll get the episodes 24 hours early, along with bonus episodes like my upcoming Star Trek personnel files. But my friends, as I've said before, there's nothing to it but to do it. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And for the second to last time in Season 3, away we go. Oh, I can't be away from this little ship. The little Cerritos, the little workhorse. Look at that beauty. I usually only reserve beauty for Enterprise, but whew, she's good.
I am thrilled to log that my planetary follow-up initiative has finally been given the green light by Admiral Buenamigo.
Nice.
If this goes well, swing-by missions will be assigned across the entire California class.
Then I'll make sure it goes better than well.
I can't believe they've never done this before.
From FNN en route to the Cerritos, she'll be documenting your success.
Trusted sources.
That's when I say...
This is terrible!
But you've been lobbying for Project Swing-By for years.
It's the embedded journalist.
We have to clean it up before she gets here.
Clean it up.
Oh, she's serious.
Go get your departments in order now!
All right, we're in the credits. It's bittersweet, everybody. It really is, because, you know, I love this show. I am blessed to be watching probably 3 of my favorite shows that I've seen ever, definitely within the last 20 years. In Lower Decks, the original series, and The Expanse. I mean, it is an absolute, just a trove of riches to be able to watch these things every week and every couple days. It's just the best. I have such an appreciation for Lower Decks as well, because, you know, somebody said it really well in the comments. They said, you know, they take advantage of the laughs, and they have a great sense of humor, but they're never laughing at Star Trek. They're laughing with Star Trek because they love Star Trek. And I think that anybody that was a creative on this team would bare knuckle fight anyone that stated that Star Trek was shit, or, you know, like, you know, they were mean in their insulting, you know, parodies or whatever. No, this is a love letter. Great shot. Oh, I love that shot.
By the time the Enterprise got there, Honora was in shambles due to their addiction. Picard severed communication between the planets and, let's see. Then he left.
Then he left.
This. If they've relapsed, we'll provide much needed aid. Project Swing-By is gonna look great.
Project Swing-By should have been something that's been decades in the delivery.
Mariner, what the hell are you covered in?
Blueberry filling. Yeah, we got the pie eating contest later today. Hey, we should get that reporter to cover it. We're gonna crush ops this year.
The pie eating competition.
We may want to roll out some duty changes to make a good first impression. You get me?
You better be ready to shovel some f***ing pie, Marty. Your whole division's going down.
Shovel some fucking pie.
Hey, Carol gonna Carol, right? I mean, she's just trying to put her best foot forward. I get it.
How much shit do you have on your feet, Mariner?
Wow, Captain, I have to tell you, covering a California-class ship is really special for me. My family's from Flagstaff.
Nice.
Comes to the Lower Decks, nobody knows it better than Beta Shift. So if you want a tour or something, just let me know.
I believe your shift doesn't begin for another 3 cycles.
Right, that's why I have time. I'm early.
Junior officers can be a bit excitable.
This is not what you want to do.
Computer, lights. Have you ever seen a warp core?
Oh my gosh, no, but I can't wait.
Oh, she's playing you, Carol. There's never been a reporter that's that into it.
Mariner, what is your mom thinking? This is the biggest crew night of the year, not including Ponfars.
Bonfires.
Hey, man, no, not the
Whoa, whoa.
Stop! We'll take those!
Captain's orders. No contest, no pies.
Look at the stash on that guy.
My body needs crust!
Stand back, Ensign. I have my orders.
Come on, guys.
His hand is on his phaser. Get out of town, dude.
There's plenty to do around here that doesn't end in sugary diarrhea.
Look at me! Look at me! Please, just one!
I can't.
You know I can't.
Then shun me!
Rutherford really needed some crust.
Last week I got to scan an ancient probe from an unknown civilization, and I just signed up for aerial silks.
Aerial silks.
Something about you really makes me open up
No, Ransom.
while talking to you.
Oh,
Nope.
well, I think that's enough for today.
She's playing y'all.
This isn't the bar anymore. It's the Commander's Lounge. And it's only for interviewees.
Jet!
There's a list of approved people. Manhaver's on it.
There's a list?
Hey, it's okay. Let's get out of here.
How the hell, Mariner I can understand, but Beckett, Rutherford, and Boimler? Or, Tendi, Rutherford, and Boimler? Oh, this will be interesting.
Are you nervous?
The Onarans were peaceful when last contacted, but we should be ready for anything.
Well, I, for one, feel safe with this amazing crew.
Yeah, there is no way that this is going to go smooth. Okay, so what does a drug-addicted culture, how does it grow in 17 years?
Oh, wow. I didn't
They seem to be doing fine.
I know that your people's first contact with the Federation had its difficulties.
Obviously.
You're worried that things got bad when Picard cut us off from the Felicium.
Well, did they?
No! Picard was absolutely right. It was the best thing that ever happened to us.
Good.
Once we shook the old demons out, we focused on healthy diet and fitness.
Ah, my kind of people. How much you bench?
Oh, we don't do it for the numbers. We do it to quiet the voices in our heads.
Nice. I do 250.
I do 250.
What about the neighbors? The Pusher Planet. Maybe they're dealing with some difficulties that we can fix.
Yes. They were left off even worse than the Onarans.
I don't know.
Well, everything seems in order here, so now
Yeah,
we'll be
everything seems
continuing
great.
Project
Everything seems
Swing
perfectly fine.
4 to beam up.
I don't trust that shit. You don't have a mural of the Purge and then,
Then, Mariner, I was just about to go interview your mother.
Yeah, well, before that, I've got some things you're going to want to hear.
On the record? Well then, come on in.
Beckett. I mean, she's doing better. Hopefully Beckett,
Captain Freeman, is this a good time for our interview?
Of course. Please, have a seat.
Super.
Carol needs to have more self-confidence. She's a great captain.
No, what would you call us?
Chaotic. Quote, irresponsible. Silly is a word that has been tossed around quite a bit.
What? No, I don't know what.
Yeah, she's setting you up for her story.
Your first officer turned into a giant head that tried to eat the ship like a hamburger.
First off, weird shit and Federation ships.
Did you or did you not transport a Doopler into a Starfleet party as revenge for not being allowed inside?
If you had.
No.
You got Quark kidnapped, and there was the whole thing with the exocom, and I'm seeing a lot of stuff about Q.
A lot of stuff about Q.
Yeesh, tough crowd. I guess the camera really does add 10 frowns, you know?
I don't think she did it.
Usually worry about morale, but the energy out there is dark. I think everybody's on edge about the reporter.
Mariner.
I don't think she did it.
You told her all sorts of terrible, out of context.
Contact?
When are you gonna grow up, Beckett? You have absolutely no concept of when to shut your mouth.
Talk to me like I'm 15. I'm a Starfleet officer and an essential part of your crew.
Not anymore.
Oh, shit.
Captain, what are you doing?
You
No.
want to backstab, complain, and be hard to work with? Well, there's a place for people like that.
No,
It's
not
called
Starbase 8.
Starbase 80.
Starbase 80?
Bullshit.
Is this a joke? Where's the hover cam?
Does it look like I'm joking? I want you off of my ship before we get to
Carol, I don't think she did this.
Oh my god, you're not kidding, Mom. Please.
You are no longer my ensign or my problem. I don't even know if I can call you my daughter anymore.
Carol, what the fuck? Well, I mean, you better hope she did it now.
Sound like losers.
Yeah, Starbase 80.
Hey, Mariner.
Levy, I can't right now.
I know that this is all part of some temporal Cold War shenanigans, but what you did is really messed up.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. No one knows that she...
We're all trying to put our best foot forward. What you did hurt the entire crew.
Well, I didn't do anything.
It's everybody else has said this shit.
Jennifer, I need you to believe me. I didn't do anything wrong.
I know she didn't do this.
Yeah, but you know me better than that.
I really don't.
The fuck is going on?
Please refrain from communicating with former Cerritos officer Mariner.
Oh, get the this is horse shit, man.
you've done a lot worse than this. It's gonna blow over.
I didn't do anything.
Oh yeah, no, sure, but maybe just apologize for what she thinks you did?
No, somebody else did this.
You can't leave the Cerritos.
Yeah, I can. This always happens.
No. Oh, come on now. I'm telling you what, Carol, you fucked this relationship up big time.
Captain coming to see you off, or what?
Guess not. All right, I'm transferred. Let's go.
Here's your uniform. It's a one-size-fits-some.
Oh, my sandwich!
Oh my God. This is terrible, man. Now, Carol, you have thunder-fucked your relationship with your daughter because I don't think she did this.
Orders, Captain?
Resume course.
This isn't a two-parter, is it? Okay.
Dr. Micklemo, you have the cause. A feast of opportunities to make you proud, Captain.
Orders, sir?
Yes. Initiate a subspace communication link to my Mima.
I wanted to see our special boy being the captain.
Oh my God.
Perhaps you'll be able to help more here on Brekka because, frankly, Ornara was a dud.
I'm sure we're about to be extremely useful.
Useful to whom?
There is no civilization.
Seems like a success. Phasers out.
Oh boy. No, split up. What the hell are you doing?
Please, you have to go.
Whoa. I'm with Starfleet. I can help. Where is everyone?
Oh my God.
Captain, there are green soldiers in the city. We need to evacuate.
Oh no, Ransom. Oh my God.
Emergency transport now.
Hurry. Wow.
Mr. Boimler, I need some distance between us and this system.
Green interceptors closing fast. They're firing.
Oh, come on now. Oh, no, you got to get out of here. She's a good little ship, but this isn't her cup of tea.
Fire torpedoes, full spread.
Good. Oh, no.
Shields are down!
No. Come on. Oh, it went through every deck.
Damage to all deck! Captain, we're being hailed!
Why aren't they finishing us off?
They're going to board us.
They want the Cerritos. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Captain, incoming ship.
More Breen?
No, it's, I think it's Starfleet.
What the hell kind of ship is that?
What is it? Whoo! What class is that, everybody? Oh, what a great shot! A camera shot, but also a great phaser shot. What is that?
Captain, there are no life signs aboard that ship.
What?
What?
Oh, Carol, thank goodness you're okay. We tried to get here as soon as possible.
Les,
What?
Meet the new Texas class. This is the Alito, the first of 3 fully automated Federation starships.
What?
I'm happy to tell you anything and everything about the Texas class. See, our goal for this new class of ship was to...
What the f just happened?
Yeah, this is a setup. This was to show off the Texas.
We never had to take a spa vacation like engineering. The captain totally lost it, by the way.
Well, I got turned into a puppet on my very first mission.
Beckett didn't say a fucking word.
Although there were some who had nothing but praise.
Well, there's a family you're born into, right? And then the family you choose.
Oh, come on.
If you're measuring by heart, this is the strongest ship in the fleet because we've got the best captain at the helm.
My mom.
But this sole voice of California-class exceptionalism was transferred off the ship just for talking to me. Is Freeman really the best captain?
Nope.
Mariner didn't say anything bad about the ship. It was everybody else.
It was everybody else. And Carol, I've lost every ounce of respect for you.
What the f? I said hit it with the broom!
I did that! It didn't care!
It didn't care.
Connect me.
All right, calm down, lady. You ain't my captain. Let's see.
It's got a Rolodex.
But this one here resigned.
Resigned? What? No! Are you sure?
Yep.
Handed in her comm badge and phaser.
What do you expect, Carol?
Oh, what have I done?
You fucked up royally. That's an irreparable thing. She with the archaeologist.
Want to check him out, number one?
They're not gonna dig up themselves, right? Because that would be, like, very unsettling.
No.
It's a cool ship. Oh boy, that's the end, I'm sure. Ooh boy, you talk about feeling one way and then watching an episode and feeling the other. Ooh, that's where I am right now. All right, my friends, we just got done watching Star Trek Lower Decks Season 3, Episode 9, Trusted Sources. And the only thing we have left to do is to talk about it. All right, my friends, we just got done watching Star Trek Lower Decks Season 3, Episode 9, Trusted Sources, the penultimate episode of the season. This one really was an emotional ride in a different sense. You know, I joked about it before that, you know, these penultimate episodes, like from season 1, you know, they come out of nowhere and hit you with a sucker punch and right in the feels, you know, but this one was a sucker punch of a different kind. This was like rage inducing. Because there's no way, you know, if you've watched season 3, and we've talked about this a lot, you know, we've seen a tremendous amount of growth from Beckett to the point where there was speculation that we had earlier, is this the right course for Beckett? Because she was becoming so different from the Beckett that we knew in season 1, you know, and a good bit of season 2, or half of season 2 at least, you know, but then she really started to like fall into the role or her growth as an officer and really tried to like adjust her attitude, so to speak, or maybe adjust her approach is the better way to say it, because, you know, she was really, you know, outperforming when Ransom was giving her her like performance review and said, oh, all of your section chiefs or all of your, you know, superiors have said you're doing a fantastic job. So we've talked about that. We said, oh, you know, Beckett's really doing well. She's adjusted her attitude. You know, Carol, you could say, had adjusted her slightly, but Carol's had always been more of a reactionary one, you know, where Beckett would say, you know, make it some type of overture, and then Carol would say, yeah, you're right, you know, like, I really had a lot of fun today. Yeah, so did I, you know, that type of thing. And that's not to say that I before this episode, I was every bit, you know, team Carol. I thought that Carol had been kind of going, you know, meeting halfway with Beckett, definitely, and Beckett's like psychology or her you know, her emotional state was the best that we had seen it. My only question had been is this the right path for Beckett, or is she becoming something that she's not supposed to be, to kind of help the Cerritos, help Carol, help herself, I guess. I think the answer to that one is absolutely. She was trying to do something outside of who she really was, but she would have continued to do it had it not been for Carol. To say that I lost respect for Carol in this episode is a dramatic understatement. You know, Carol had always been, in my opinion, an effective commander, and I've said it before, she's a very good captain in that she was able to, you know, maneuver these kind of outrageous situations that they had been in, and to do so with Starfleet and her ship in mind. So there was never any really long-lasting problems other than the events of the day or the week of the episode. And she was able, you know, for a Cerritos, or the Cerritos, a California class, you know, she was, you know, basically Carol is the figurehead. She will take the good and bad, no matter what the Cerritos does, whether it's making mistakes or making, you know, strides towards a better kind of federation. She buries the, you know, whether it's positive or negative, Carol's the one that's going to assume the responsibility for whatever reputation the Cerritos has. And as we've seen from the other California classes, whenever we've, like, you know, in Mining the Minds, whenever the other group said, boy, oh boy, you know, you guys are awesome. You know, all the things that you've done, you're the Enterprise of the Cerrito, or the California class. And that goes for Carol. That's absolutely a feather in Carol's cap, because if they had said, oh my God, the Cerritos is a joke and it's completely awful and everybody knows it, that's also on Carol. So you can't kind of differentiate whether or not she gets the positive, you know, she gets it all. No matter what it is, that's hers. So with that being said, she gets this too. She has to own this. She can own the rep of the Cerritos. She can own, you know, the swing by and all this shit. She can own all that stuff. She has to carry this. And this was some of the most ass backwards, ineffective command decisions I've ever seen. Now, was it emotionally charged? Sure, but again, it speaks of having absolutely zero faith in not only one of your officers but your daughter. And there's no getting around that. There's no argument that says, oh, well, Mariner's passed and blah blah blah. No, 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 no. She never, Carol never verified. After, when you're going to say shit like Carol said, you better be ironclad sure of what you are charging this person with, let alone your daughter. And she went basically, oh, we saw her going into the room with the reporter. It must have been her that torpedoed us. Okay. The things that you said, you cannot take those back. And Beckett will never forget them. I think that at some point, Beckett might be able to forgive them, but Beckett certainly cannot forget them. Now, with all that being said, here's this incredible screw up on Carol's end. To basically get a promising, at this point too, with all the reviews that we just talked about, from all of her performance reviews, from all of her, you have taken a Starfleet officer with an impactful amount of a future, promise, the ability to potentially be in the chair at some point and be an incredible asset to Starfleet, and you got them to quit. Your relationship has nothing to do with that. Mother-daughter, captain, ensign, has nothing to do with that. This was a horrific mistake on her part. This would be like, in my opinion, if Picard had made an incorrect assumption about Sulu, and Sulu had, been labeled this almost traitor type of situation and had left Starfleet. And you have robbed the Federation of one of its greatest captains, in Sulu, the promise that he possessed and the chair that he filled on the Excelsior. What are you talking? This is insane. This is a tremendous mistake. And, now in retrospect, Carol's accomplishments are not so glowing or without bruises that, she is above some type of reprimand. And this whole story that came out and how it was flavored so poorly by everybody. Well, the reporter basically cherry picked exactly what she wanted to use in these sound bites, which that's reporting. If you've got a story to tell, you just need a couple people to say a couple things so you can make it work. But I'm just so disappointed. That sounds so stupid for, a TV show, but I'm incredibly disappointed in Carol, to the point where I don't think that in my mind, her character recovers. Even like an ultimate sacrifice type of thing at this point would be muted for me. And that's terrible to say, but I get really pissed when characters, wrongfully accused is one thing. Make incredibly poor command decisions is another thing. Basically making a deflection away from your own responsibilities, because that's really at the heart of this. We talked about how Carol is able to take both the positive and negative comments associated with the Cerritos, and she has to bear them as the captain. But this spoke of something much higher than that. This spoke of personal or selfish reasons, like Carol's own reputation was being tarnished, both by Beckett being her daughter and being someone under her command, and which she believed to be belittling her Cerritos. Can Carol recover from this? Sure. I think any shot of a promotion has been at the very least pushed off several years. I think that's evident by the fact that she's still on the Cerritos, and we have no more mention of her getting an upgrade to another one of the bigger classes. It's very disturbing. It's very disturbing, the things that she said, and she followed through with it too, which blows my mind that she actually kicked her off of. I'm spinning to the point where I'm so mad. Who would do that to one of your more accomplished officers, especially in the moment where there hasn't been any problems for months and months and months, and it's your daughter? But you can take the daughter part out of it and just go by performance review of, this is somebody that was changing their approach. You don't do anything to verify that why you think you're mad at this person for a reason. You do nothing to verify that that's actually the truth. I'm extremely disappointed in Carol. I even said at the top of the episode, "Oh, Carol, you're a good captain. You know, you're great. You've negotiated all these things." I take it back. I take it back. Any advancement Carol's character made in my mind as a captain, I don't want to say as a mother because that's too damning, but as a captain, any advancements or accolades that I had laid at your feet, I take those back because this shows such a terrible assertion of power, really, for personal benefit. You were pissed because you were going to be made to look the fool. And so what you did was you struck out at the only person that you could who you thought was responsible for you being made to look like a fool. You struck out at them and expelled them for completely selfish reasons because you knew you were going to take the hit for whatever was said about the Cerritos. And that's inexcusable for me. All that shit that she said, the reporter said, was true. And it was defendable. You could have, absolutely explained away Ransom's head and the tri-bodied person. You could have, the need for our engineers were working themselves to the bone. I needed to make sure that they were all okay. There were so many ways to explain that would have made Carol come off as likable, favorable, a good commander. That wasn't an exaggeration or a lie. She could have easily explained all of these events away, but she got defensive. And in getting defensive, she got pissed. And she acted out of a completely selfish space. And that's all there is to it. That's what she did. And for me, Carol is on a road to redemption that I don't think she can ever reach the end of, because I can't forget what she said to Beckett. I can't. It just speaks of weakness. And I hate that for Carol. I do. But that's what my mind is identified for her now. And that's a shame. I'll end with this. Star Trek Lower Decks is a hell of a fucking show. Because if you can get spun up one way, emotionally, upset, you can cry. You can get spun up with rage. Why did they do this? You can get spun up with joy. Oh my God, victory. It is the absolute mantle of a fantastic show, stage, screen, TV, to be able to evoke emotions. You have to be able to do that. You have to be able to, whether you hate somebody so much, you love somebody so much, your situation or whatever it is, without that, without the emotional portion of your, attitude or without the emotional commitment and emotional stakes, the shows mean nothing. And so for that respect, this was an incredibly great episode because it really got everybody, it puts everybody on their heels. This should have been the finale, to be honest. That's what concerns me, is that this should have been the finale. This should have been like, okay, we're leaving it here and we're off until next season. But we've got one more. And that one, I believe, is called The Stars at Night, which I love. What a great title. Fantastic title. Can't wait to watch it. Can't wait to see how they resolve this season. But boy, oh boy, you talk about a tense note to leave the penultimate episode on. Tense and aggravating. But with that being said, my friends, if you've stuck with me, do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ringy-ding-ding that bell for notifications, and you'll be alerted anytime we go live on YouTube with any Star Trek Lower Decks, the original series, The Expanse, or any of our sci-fi offerings. And of course, if you'd like those offerings early or in their full-length format, the link to the Patreon is in the description. But my friends, all that is then and this is now, and now it's time to say goodbye from the Cerritos. Where should we say goodbye from? I think we should say goodbye as we stand in the Lower Decks hallway, looking out the aft view screen as the nacelles kind of creep on either edge or border of the screen. And we look at the empty bunk of Beckett Mariner, somebody who had made such strides to better both themselves, their ship, and their mom, betrayed in many ways by all. My friends, until next time we meet, Vulcan roll, and I'll see you.